Hello YouTube. My name's Rebecca. I'm known as the Bible Girl here on YouTube. Hi, I hope you all are having a great Friday. Today is Friday. Um, well, when I'm recording this, it is Friday. I don't know when you'll be watching it, but today, we're going to be doing a video of the Bibles, journals, and planners I'm planning to use going into 2026. These are going to be my main tools. I may use other things throughout the year, but I have a feeling that these items I'm going to be sharing with you are going to be the consistent ones. There's only one item, well, maybe two. There are only two items that will probably also be used that are not here. They're already packed away. It's my Ultimate Faith Planner, and then this book that I got for Christmas a couple years ago that talks about a lot of different aspects of faith, things like the names of God, the fruits of the Holy Spirit, things like that, and I'm copying all information like that into the Ultimate Faith Planner I just mentioned. I'll share a video on those two tools once I moved in at the beginning of the year. So, with all that being said, let's dive in. So I'm just gonna go from right. I'll go from left to right. So starting left, these are my planners that I'm gonna be using in 2026. So this is a classic size happy planner. I don't know the term, but I just combined different planners. So some layouts look like this. Some layouts will look, see, some of them have writing on them, but that's not really a big deal. Some of them look like that. Sorry about that. So my plan with this planner is that I'm going to use this as my planner slash like journal. I got this idea from another YouTuber. I'm just going to show you the dividers I'm using real quick. I got this idea from another YouTuber. I believe her channel is called Planning with Bumble. She's really nice. I watch her videos a lot. And she uses a happy planner, I think a bigger one than this, as a journal for herself, as well as her planner. And I really liked that idea. And I've had happy planners and stuff from that I've gotten at plans that I haven't used yet. So you know, why don't I take some of the leftover planner sections that I have and create one for myself and give this a try. So I'm just showing you the dividers real quick. These dividers are from two separate planners, but they kind of complement each other in a way. So sorry, I'm trying to get through this as fast as I can. September, October is really pretty. November, and roughly December. There's no share to cover this, but that's okay. And then that's that. So that's what this planner will be used for. It's gonna be like a daily journal, memory keeping, stuff like that. So that's the first one. Then we have this planner. I've used this planner this year. This is my Bible summary flannel. I don't know how else to describe it. So this year what I've been doing is I've been reading my daily Bible, which I'll show you in a minute because that will also be my Bible for next year. But I read it 5 days a week, take the weekends off. If I'm sick, I write sick or I mark it off if I miss a day. And then what I do is I write out a summary about everything I read each day, and I'm doing this for the entire Bible. I'm loving this. It's definitely time consuming, but I think what I like about it is I'm going to be able to have all of the, if I want any information on any chapters in the Bible, I can just look here. So that's this one. I work on this one, like I said, 5 days a week. And this will be coming with me into 2026. I've used it for 2025. It's so thick that I actually made it into a 2-year planner. There are 24 months in here. It's very, very thick, but it's working. So that's the other one. This one, I'm not going to do a flip through. You've seen this planner if you've watched my other videos on it. This is my prayer planner. Loving this. Definitely be taking this into 2026 and probably many, many more years to follow after that. Okay. So, those are my planners that I'm going to be using. Next, I'm going to be talking about my journals that I'm going to be using in 2026. So, this journal, this is my reading journal. So, what I have in here is just a list of, I decorated it, that's what the end of, I gotta add more to the cover. So these are just a list of a bunch of books that I have, and I read them. Any of the ones that are in pink, I've finished them this year. I've read them cover to cover. If they're green, I've paused them and plan to go back to them at some point. If they're like an orangey, it means I stop them and I don't plan to probably go back and read them ever. So there's that, and then I have these are summaries on finished books that I've read. I'm gonna try to, sorry, this stupid, sorry, that thing is bothering me, so I'm just trying to put it in on itself. There we go. So then, sorry about that. So paused books, I wrote why I paused them and when I plan to go back to them. I only have a couple of those. Stopped books, either, oh no, this is another book I finished. So I have finished books, I have all sorts of things. So that's this planner. This planner will be joining me into 2026 as well. Sorry about that. I just hit where I was holding my tripod with the journal I grabbed. This journal is a thought. This is a junk journal for me, so I'm kind of behind on it, but pretty much I just write about important days. Every time my brother's cat passed away, that was not a very good day. These are like pieces from my wedding dress. Wrote about the day I got my wedding dress. My husband and I sent out our save the date card. Just a bunch of different dates. This was when we closed on our house. This was when we went to New York this year. I still gotta do the journaling. So this journal, I only write about big events in it. And I always end it with a Bible verse. So let me show you. So like here for my wedding dress, I wrote Psalm 45:14 that says, embroidered garments, she She is led to the king. Her virgin concubines follow her, those brought to be with her. So, like, my father, my garments, embroidery, this was kind of embroidered. I just thought it worked. It was kind of hard to find one for my wedding dress, but that one works. So that's this journal. This journal I just started. This is a journal my husband got for me. And I got this idea from another YouTuber. I forget their name and their channel name, but they created this thing they called a prayer reference journal. And what they did is they took different topics. Oh, here's how I decorated the inside cover. I love this. I love decorating the insides of my journal. So they took different topics to have prayers over, and then they wrote verses that correlated to those topics and prayers about them. And I just thought that was really a fun and different idea for a journal. So I said, you know, I'm going to try that. So these are my topics: glory, trust, self-control, anxiety, righteousness, forgiveness, anger and patience, faith, peace, salvation, love, kindness, joyfulness, gentleness, godliness, and then favorites. So I've just started this. I dated every page so I know where to find, and I have tabs for each section. So if I want to find my forgiveness section, it's right here, so I can just go right to forgiveness. There's nothing written in forgiveness yet, but I just started right here. And that starts on page 31. So I love this. This is my way of creating a prayer Bible, but in a journal, because I've tried doing prayer Bibles, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. I don't like all those tabs on the outsides of my Bible, so I'm going to do this. Be excited about that. Sorry, I know it's a lot, guys. This is going to be my gratitude journal. This is a happy planner journal. Start where you are. So this journal is different though. It had like these check it off list, and then this place where you can take notes. So what I did was, there's, I think, 30 spots, or pretty close to 30 spots on each page. So every day, at night probably is my plan, I'm going to write one thing I'm grateful for every day. And then here at the end of the weeks, I'm going to write my favorite thing from each week that I'm grateful for. And then on the back, I'm going to write a summary about that month. What were the big takeaways from that? What were the biggest moments of gratitude from that month? So this, I believe, had 60 sheets. I took the paper off. I think it had 60 of these sheets throughout the whole thing. So what I did is I counted them all up, and I divided them by 12, and I was able to get 5 years for gratitude. So this was section 1. This will be all of my gratitude for 2026. Then next year, this will be my gratitude for 2027. These don't really matter. I'll probably just put some stickers over that or something. Here's the next one. These dividers came in it. The extra 2 I put in there to make it a 5-year planner. Yeah, 5-year, not planner, 5-year gratitude journal. Just try to peel off those one stickers. I can save them and use them somewhere else. lastly, here's year 5. So this I'm super excited about because I've always wanted to have a gratitude journal, but and I've tried different methods, but I didn't like that there wasn't really a list format, I felt like, and I just think this is gonna work. And this planner I got on clearance, and I was like, the paper is so different, how am I gonna use it? I was like, oh, maybe I'll just take it out and use notebook paper, but I think using this for a gratitude journal for 5 years is gonna be great. So, very excited about that. Definitely gonna decorate the cover, definitely gonna be decorating this inside cover with a bunch of gratitude stickers. I found a whole bunch of them in my stash the other day, so gonna be doing that. This is my final journal. You guys have seen this one before. This is my Answers Prayers journal that I fill out at the end of every month for the prayers that get answered in my prayer planner. So this will obviously be coming with me into the new year. Obviously, I've already started this one. I had to begin this one in August of this year because my first one got finished in July. So this has already begun, but it's coming into 2026. Okay. So, if you stuck with me this long, thank you. We only have a few more things to go over, and that is my Bibles for 2026. So, here we go. Starting off with my Humble Lamb. This Bible I have a video of on my channel. I read through it and mark down all the verses that speak to God's grace, mercy, or compassion for His people, or just in general. So I've been working on this for a few years, and I really want to finish it and start another topic in this. So this is definitely a goal I have to finish this year. This is my Creative Scriptures Bible. This Bible is no longer in print. You might be able to find it, but it's very hard to find. They have a new version of this type of Bible from Thomas Nelson called the Prayer Bible. Definitely much easier to find. I kind of wish I knew they were making that before I bought this one, but that's okay. So this Bible I'm going to use in conjunction with my prayer planner to fill out prayers. I may also use it with where did it go? Here it is. I might use it in conjunction with this one too, to help me get prayers and scriptures out of them. And there's a section in here about prayer articles, which I want to finish filling out, which are these. That's why there's all these tabs here. So I do plan to finish that this year. So that's another goal I have for myself. This is my NIV my NIV Holman Rainbow Study Bible. This Bible I use to help look up verses and things like that. So I'll probably be using it in conjunction with this one, more than likely. So yeah, so these two Bibles right here aren't really for reading. They're more just to get information out of. I've already read this one cover to cover and marked it. This one I have not. Maybe one day I will. I don't know. So that's that. And then lastly, this is my Jesus Bible. So this is the Bible I've been using all year this year. I've been reading it from Genesis all the way through to Psalms. I'm finishing Psalms by the beginning of December. I'm going to do a deeper flip through of this as soon as I finish Psalms, and like I said, the beginning of December. Um, this is the Bible I'm reading that goes along with, sorry about that, with this planner. So I'll read what I need to read for the day, write a little summary about it, and then I go back and read the notes and take notes on the articles and stuff that are provided throughout this Bible. I really try to make my notes God focused. Anyway, I'm not going to get too into that. I'm going to do a flip through of this whole Bible in a few weeks, so please stay tuned for that. So that's everything. Those are my tours that I'm taking into 2026. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a wonderful year. New adventures for me and my family. As I've mentioned, my husband and I are moving, so it'll be exciting to start all these journeys going into the new year. And then the other goal I have for myself is I'm going to try really hard to have a slight no-buy year. So what I mean by that is I have so many planners and journals. I'm just gonna lift up some of these as I talk. So many planners and Bibles, and I'm seeing how many I can stack before I'm like, okay, that's too high. Planners, journals. I have so many different tools that I either have started using and barely touched, or haven't started using at all. So, and don't even get me started on my stickers. I have more stickers than I can actually handle. So, it's kind of a problem. So, anyway, another goal I have for myself, besides all these reading and faith goals and things like that, is to also not purchase new ones. So I'm going to try not to purchase any stickers. I'm going to try not to purchase any journals, any planners, because I have enough to get me through not only this year, but also years moving forward. So I really want to get things down and lessened over 2026. So that's another big goal I have. That one's going to be a challenge for me, but I think I can do it. Anyway, so that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk Wednesday. Bye.